Insta ManicPlague makeup here on YouTube. I've decided to start my own little makeup channel and see how it goes. It's something I've wanted to do for a really long time. Not gonna lie, quite some time. But I thought I would film a makeup collection for you guys today. I don't have a lot of makeup. I mean, for a normal person, yes, I do have quite a bit, but I am a self-taught makeup artist going on 15 years. So I do have quite a bit, but I just wanted to share it with you guys. But there might be a little bit of decluttering in here as I go through everything, because it has been a minute since I've actually sat down and like went through all of my stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna start out just doing, you know, groups of things and then go from there. There might be a few swatches of things here and there. I'm not gonna try to swatch every single thing, otherwise we would literally be here for a really long time. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, so I'm gonna start out here. I apologize, the camera angle and such may change throughout the video. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how it is that I want to film this. I wanted to do a top-down view, obviously, to kind of give a better view of everything, but I only have so much space to work with. I don't have a very big desk, so not yet anyways, so yeah. Anyways, we'll start with setting sprays. I'll go through each one and tell you how I feel about it, I guess, and yeah. But this first one here is by AF94. It's called Plead the 5th 5-in-1 Face Mist. It's a I like this if I want to be dewy, and it's kind of got that oily base. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. You have to make sure you shake it up really well. It's not my favorite. I'm kind of glad that it's in a small bottle like this, because, you know, it's not really the greatest in my opinion, but it is not bad either. So the next one here is the She Glam Press and Refresh Setting Spray. This one smells like coconut. It's not bad. I like it. I've only tried it a few times. As you can see, I don't have, it's, you know, almost to like the little fill on there. I mean, it's not been used that much, but I enjoy it. This next one is from Milani. It's the Green Goddess Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Hydrating Facial Mist. Necessarily, this isn't really a setting spray per se, but I still plan on using it as one. It has a little bit of a weird smell to it, but I'm assuming it's because it's the sativa oil in it. But it's nice nonetheless. Sorry if you can hear my neighbors. They just moved in, so they're a little loud, but it's alright. This next one is the NYX Bear With Me Prime, Set, and Refresh 8-hour multitasking spray. I like it. I haven't used a lot of it, but what I've tried of it, I like a lot. As you can see, I have a lot of setting sprays. I like setting spray. It's one of my favorite things. I like to make sure my makeup sets throughout the day, and yeah. So I've tried a lot. I've been testing a lot of things lately. This is one of the ones I've been testing out more recently. Sorry, I was making sure my camera's not gonna fall. But yeah, I like this one though, so gonna hold on to that. like I said, all these I'm pretty much going to hold on to. Though, I probably should get rid of this one. It's been a minute. It's the Pixie Skin Treats Glow Mist. It's got argan oil in it. It smells a little weird, if I'm not gonna lie. I have had this for some time, but it don't smell bad. It doesn't smell like it's gone off, but it is a very, it's obviously it's called the Glow Mist, so it's definitely shiny. I have to make sure I shake it up really well, otherwise it separates really bad. But I'm gonna hold on to it and hopefully finish it. I do project panning. That's another thing I'm gonna hopefully share with you guys too. It won't be like the normal project pans that people do, but it'll be my own version of it, I guess. But this next one is the Wet n Wild Count on Me 5-in-1 Prime and Set Mist. It was part of the Sesame Street collection, obviously. I thought it was cute. It was on clearance at my Walmart a while back. Which I can go ahead and try to take that off, because, yeah. But I'm going to hold on to it. It's not the greatest, but it is good as well, so it's not like it's a major problem or anything, so I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back over here. I've got everything set up a certain way over here, trying to, as I go through my makeup, reorganize things a little bit better as well. I've just got so much on my plate mentally that I'm just now getting around to this. But yeah. This next one is a fixing spray, but I use it, honestly, I use this one as a way to activate my like water activated eyeliners and stuff. It helps the eyeliner and stuff stay on longer, in my opinion. It's a little hack there for you if you didn't know. Smells like banana. It's part of the Revolution and Fortnite collection. It's the Peely fixing spray. Like I said, it smells like bananas, like that artificial like Laffy Taffy banana scent. It's not bad. As a setting spray, I'm not a big fan of it. It's a little too scented for me. But like I said, I use it for water activated eyeliners and stuff like that. So I'll be holding on to that for that specific reason. I'm gonna put these back over here really quick. Sorry. Alright. This next one is the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It setting spray. It's part of that Maru butter line that they have. I got this one at TJ Maxx. It's not my favorite. It smells really good, but it's one of those things that I'm probably just gonna use up and not repurchase. A lot of these are gonna be non-repurchasable things, but repurchasable things, but like I said, I test a lot of things out, so I like makeup, I like collecting makeup, and yeah, it's part of the collection, so okay, hold on to it. This next one is something I'm testing. Haven't really wore it that much, but this is the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray by e.l.f. So far, what I've used of it is actually not bad at all. I kind of like it. I like that it's dewy, but it also really locks in your makeup. So I appreciate that, because I like not looking matte all the time, so that does help. And paired with the Power Grip Primer, it's actually really, really nice combo. So, and this is another test that I'm testing out. Spray that I'm testing out is the NYX the Face Glue Setting Spray. So far, you can see it kind of settles a lot at the bottom. Definitely need to shake this up if you ever try it out, but it's not bad. so far, like I said, with like the other one, I'm actually liking the way it is. So yeah, holding on to that one as well. This is my all-time favorite setting spray. You see, I've used a majority of it. This is the Milani Make It Last Original 16-Hour Wear Prime, Correct, and Set. I've actually went through like 2 or 3 of these. I had a mini version, and then I had another large bottle of this. And I will definitely be repurchasing. Again, like I said, this is my go-to. If I had to choose a makeup product that, like, a setting spray that I would have to go to, like, always buy, this would be it. But yeah, I'm actually gonna thinking about doing a video like that soon as well, talking about makeup products that I would choose if I only could choose one thing from that category. This is another one that I'm testing. Not used this one very much either. It's the MAC Fix Plus, I'm sorry, alcohol-free setting spray. So far, I like it, but I've only used it a few times, so I can't really say much about it just yet. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I think I've only used it twice, and I honestly can't remember very much about it, so I'll have to use it again soon. But yeah, that was the setting sprays, and on to the next stuff. Alright, this is my primers. I also really like primer a lot, but I don't have a major collection right now. I've got a few repeats, obviously, but, yeah, so let's go through them. I know for a fact I am not keeping this. It's the Milani Avocado Redness Correcting Primer. It smells weird. Not gonna lie, I've had it for quite some time, and it's always smelled weird, but it just kind of smells off. And it's only a 12-month time on it, and I've had it a lot longer than that. But I don't really like it. It doesn't do much for me. It kind of lifts foundation, and it don't really do well. So that one I am going to declutter. This next one, go ahead and get this big boy out of the way, is the Touch in Sol Pretty Filter Icy Sherbet Primer. It's kind of this really weird, like, gel type of consistency. Smells really, really good. It's a cool to the touch. I think that's the reason why they call it the Icy Sherbet Primer. It's really neat, but I know once I use it up, which hopefully I can get it out of the way. I don't want to hate pan it, but at the same time, I paid a lot of money for this. Not a lot of money, but I don't want to just get rid of it, so I am going to try to use it up this year. This next one is another part of that NYX face glue stuff, but I'm testing this out. But I've tried this one a few times now, and I do like it a lot. It's a gripping primer. I like gripping primers, obviously, as you can see. But I like it. I think it's cute. I like the little glue bottle aesthetic. It's kind of giving me like kids makeup vibes, but at the same time it's like school kid stuff. I don't know, it's weird, but I like it a lot. It doesn't smell like glue, thankfully. I think if it smelled like Elmer's glue, I think I would be turned off by it, but I actually really like this, so I'm gonna hold on to that. This next is the She Glam. This is the Melon Melt Niacinamide Serum Primer. This is actually really, really good. I know a lot of people hate on She Glam, but to be honest, so far from everything that I've ever tried from them has been really, really good. Especially this primer. They have a dupe for a lot of high-end products and a lot of affordable products as well, but I don't think this is a complete dupe for anything unless it's like the Watermelon Glow primer. It probably might be that. I didn't think about that, but I think Glow Recipe maybe, if I remember correctly. But no, this smells really fucking good. Pardon me. Yeah, I really like this one, so I'm keeping that one. This next one is one of my go-tos as well. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of it. I've got pan in it. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And yeah, it's pretty much what it says, and it's good, and yeah, I'm keeping it. Now these next three are pretty much the same. Obviously these two are the same. This one is a different one, but it's pretty much the exact same thing. It's the Power Grip Primer with niacinamide. I really like the Power Grip primers. My go-to primer. I've repurchased, I think. I had the Jelly Pop primer for like the longest time, and I really liked it a lot. It smelled really good. Then I found this and started using it, and I liked it a lot more. So I'm trying that one as well. But yeah, really great primers. I like a gripping primer. It helps everything last so much better. So yeah, this is going to be my primers, and move on to the next part. Alright, so this next part is my foundation collection. I got quite a bit here. For a normal person, you probably only need one or two foundations at a time. But again, like I said, I test out makeup, I collect makeup, so yeah. I'm going to start out with my oldest foundation in my collection. Apologize, it is kind of gross. It's a little light for me, but I make it work. It's the KVD Beauty Lock-It Foundation, full coverage, extreme long wear foundation in light neutral. It's a little light, like I said. I'm more of a little bit more neutral than I am light. But anyways, it's good. I have to kind of mix it sometimes with a few other foundations, just depending on the kind of look and time of day that I'm having. But I make it work, like I said. Gonna hold on to that. My next foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. It's the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation in medium to full coverage. I believe this is porcelain. This is my go-to. I know it's really cheap. You can get it at like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, things like that. Honestly, it's one of the best foundations I've ever tried. I know that sounds kind of like a bold claim, but sorry, it's a little gross, but yeah, it's my favorite go-to right now, so keeping that. This is also my next go-to, is the Flower Beauty, pretty sure it's Flower Beauty, yeah. Flower Beauty Light Illusion Luminous Makeup. It's got SPF of 18. It's one of my favorite foundations. It just sets really well on the skin, blends out really nice. This shade's Porcelain. They tend to oxidize a little bit on me, these two. I do. But they are the closest match that I could find in my color, so I make it work, so. This next one is a little light for me, as you can tell. It's a little bit lighter, but it was on clearance at Walmart, and I wanted to try it. It's the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation in pale. Like I said, very light for me, but I make it work, and I like it, so it's not bad. This next one is just a test that I was wanting to try out. It's a LA's Colors Truly Matte Long Wearing High Pigment Foundation in the shade Porcelain. Again, a little light for me, but it's not bad foundation, and it's pretty cheap and affordable. You can get that at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, things like that. This next one, I'm not exactly sure. I need to test it a little bit more. It's the Revlon. I don't think I remember what the name of this one is because it got worn off. Like the sticker got worn off of it. I know it's Revlon, I can see that, but it's the Revlon Age Defying Foundation. It oxidizes like crazy on me, but to be honest, I'm still testing it. I was gonna try to like mix it with a few foundations, try it, test it out and stuff, but if I keep finding that it oxidizes, I'm probably just gonna toss it. But yeah. And then the next one is my last one here. I got this one at a TJ Maxx as well. It's a Revlon Color Stay 24-hour longwear. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's got hyaluronic acid and it's the shade Porcelain, and it's got SPF as well. It's for normal and dry skin. It's not bad. A little light for me, but I make it work, like I said. But yeah, that's my foundations, and I'll move on to the next one. Thank you. Okay, so this is my concealer. I'll go ahead and start with this. It's the Wet n Wild Correcting Palette. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to hold on to this because, in my opinion, it's not that creamy. You can see that it's kind of dry, in my opinion. Even the highlighter part is like not, I don't even know if you guys can even see that, but so I'm just going to declutter this. It's not like I use it anyways. I wear a lot of blush and things like that, which you guys will see later on when I actually do makeup. How I do my makeup and things, I have a specific way that I do my makeup, and I wear a lot of blush, and my face is naturally red, so like I don't really need a lot of color correcting because I, you know, wear so much. But anyways, this is the Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito Full Coverage Concealer. I am almost out of this. It's a good concealer. You can see I got some windowing there. I'm gonna be putting this in my next project pan, but it's nice. I liked it. It's cheap, it's affordable, and it's gonna stay in my collection. This next one is the Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Concealer in the shade Porcelain. It says it's buildable, hydrating, brightening, and smoothing. I'm pretty sure it's got a doe foot applicator. Yeah. It's really nice. I like it. It fits really well with that Flower Beauty foundation that I have. So yeah, I like that one a lot. This next one is probably my favorite and my go-to concealer. It's the One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer and Corrector in the shade Fair 3. I love this. To be honest, I am probably going to end up repurchasing this once I'm out of this. So yeah. This is another go-to. It's just a classic in the makeup community, but it's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser and Corrector. This one is the shade 50 or 95. I don't remember what the actual shade was though. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the sponge applicator. I think it's kind of weird and kind of gross sometimes, but other than that, I do like this a lot. And then this is my next, probably going to be my next to go, is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer. It is almost dried out. I've used it so much, so I'm going to continue to use it though until I use it up. But yeah, those are staying in my collection, and on to the next category. Alright, so this is my eye primer, eye base, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and say that I am going to declutter this. This is a Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Drug Lord. Not going to lie, I'm not a big fan of Jeffree Star anymore. I used it as an eyeshadow base, honestly, completely, only reason why I bought it. But now I have the, this one, it's the Glam Light Kiss White Stage makeup base. and it's just white pigment for your face or eyes or whatever, and I just use that for a base sometimes if I want to make colors pop more, and honestly I would prefer this over this. So I am going to declutter that, and to go ahead and kind of show you that I got the Glam Light black stage makeup base for darker looks as well. Haven't used the black base yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. I'm gonna keep playing around with this, but if I'm being completely honest, this is not the greatest eyeshadow primer. It's the Hydro Grip Eye Primer. I don't know if I'm using it wrong or what, but it makes my eyelids so oily. And so, like I said, I'm going to try to give it another chance. I've tried it quite a bit, but I'm going to try it with my new makeup routine because I've changed my makeup routine within the past several months, and try with my new makeup routine and see how it does. But if I find out that it's just going to continue to be oily, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that one as well. These are not really eyeshadow primers, but they are glitter primers. So I'm going to go ahead and keep these because I do use a lot of glitter, a lot of shimmers in my eye looks. So I'm going to go ahead and keep those. And then these next three, this one is my go-to. It's almost gone. It's the Milani eyeshadow primer. It's just really good. It's cheap, it's not very expensive, and it does really well. So I'm going to be holding on to that until I finish it. And then these next two are newer to my collection. This Believe Beauty one is especially my newest one, but I actually like it a lot. It's the Lock-In eyeshadow primer. As you can see, I got it from the Dollar General. It's not bad. I actually really like it, and it's what I've been reaching for the most lately, so. And then this is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance 24-Hour Eyeshadow Primer. I've tried this one a few times. It's not bad. I just want to keep using it to see if I continue to like it or not, so. Yeah, so we're going to declutter this, and yeah, on to the next. This is my mascaras. Honestly, there's going to be a few things in here that I'm probably going to declutter today. A lot of these are older, some are newer, some are dried out, some are messy. So, yeah, I'm just going to go through them, and yeah. So, this is the Mega Wear Wet n Wild mascara. This is kind of new to my collection. I've not really got to try it out very much, so I am going to hold on to that one. This one is the Mad Lash by The Balm. It is really good for your bottom lashes. It's got that like spiky bristle. I like that for bottom lashes, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that for now. This is the Pumped Up Colossal Volume Mascara by Maybelline. This one I'm pretty sure is still good. It seems to be, and it doesn't seem to be like dried out or anything. No, it's definitely dried out. Sorry, I couldn't really judge it, but it was, yeah, it's dried out. This is the Maybelline, the Rocket Volume Express, and this is the waterproof one. This one's a newer one. I'm going to keep this one because it's newer. I literally just bought it a few months ago. This is the Revolution. This is also a newer one to my collection. It's the waterproof Power Lash Mascara. It's extremely messy. Comes out really crazy on the wand. But if you just, you know, kind of, scrape off excess and it's a little bit better. It's not a bad mascara, and it is pretty good waterproof mascara, so I'm going to hold on to that one. I think it's time for me to go ahead and let this one go. I've had this one for quite some time. Though it's still really hydrating. I've had this one hydrated, I mean. It doesn't really smell bad. It's the Air Volume Mascara from L'Oreal. It doesn't seem like it's bad. It's just really messy, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I get it all over my eyelid every time I use it. And to be honest, I want to try the waterproof version of this, so I am going to go ahead and toss that one. Because like I said, I've had it. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Something just literally messed with my nose there. Apologize about that. But no, that is gonna go. And then this is a newer one to my collection as well. It's the LA Colors Wickedly Glam Raven Black Mascara. It's also extremely messy. I don't know if you can see how much it comes out on the wand. But again, if I scrape it on the sides and get all the excess stuff off of it, it's not too terrible. I think I'm going to go ahead and let this one go as well. It's the Scandalized Wow Wings by Rimmel, I believe. Yeah, Rimmel. It's not a go-to for me, and to be honest, it's pretty sure it's dried out. It doesn't really, yeah, there's nothing much coming off of that, so we're just gonna get rid of that one. This used to be my go-to, my actual go-to for a really long time. It's got the bottom lash mascara wand, and then it's got the top lash wand, but it's very dried out. It's the Pixie by Tetra Lash Lift 188 mascara, but it's super dried out, so I'm just going to go ahead and toss that one as well. This is the Scandalized Retro Glam Mascara. Sorry, this stuff's all fucking dried out. It's like crumbling. This one's still pretty... looks, like it still works, so I'm gonna go ahead and probably try to pan this year and get that out of my collection. This next one is the Real Magnet Benefit mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and just toss this one. I've had this for so long that I can't even remember when I got it. And this next one, I'm hoping it's still okay, because it was literally just opened. It's dried out. Like, severely. It was the Good Vibes mascara by Trestique, but it has like the little lash thing on the top. I thought that was pretty neat, but it didn't really work very well, so sad, but I'm gonna have to go ahead, and I got that in a BoxyCharm, so it's not a big deal. I didn't really pay for it, so. But yeah, that's my mascaras, and I'm gonna go on to eyeliners next, I believe. Alright, so this is my eyeliner collection. There's quite a bit here, and to be honest, I'm not gonna be keeping it all, so bear with me here. I like eyeliner a lot. I do a lot of eyeliner looks, so yeah. But there's a lot in here that I don't use, and there's no need for me to keep it all, so yeah. I'm going to start with this one. It is the L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner. It's one of my go-tos, so it's going to stay. This is the NYX Epic Wear in the color white. I do a lot of graphic eyeliner looks, so I'm holding on to that. I'm pretty sure these are all dried out. I mean, it's coming off a little bit, but that's not that's painful to even try to like do that. These are the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow fill-in. I was using them as eyeliners, but to be honest, I'm just going to toss all of them. They don't work. They're all dried out, so there's no point in holding on to them. And I had so many of them because I was giving them to me. Like, a lot of people give me makeup and things. Not like PR, but like, just family friends and stuff. Like, those were in a box that somebody gave my mom. So, yeah, they were all in date, but they just were dried out. This is the Wet n Wild H2O proof liquid eyeliner. Pretty sure this is still good, yeah. I'm gonna hold on to that. Wish the cap was not broken on this, but this is the LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil and Sunglasses. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this one as well. It's a good eyeliner. This one is the NYX. This one's still good too. The NYX, that's the Point Professional eyeliner. Pretty sure it's still. Yeah, it's still good. Okay. There's another one of those, so I'll be holding on to that. This is a Wet n Wild Cold Crown. I do a lot of special effects makeup, and I tend to use these as like a, it's very, God, that's very creamy for a eyeliner. Like, super fucking creamy. I didn't realize it was. It doesn't have a lid. Don't know where the lid went. Maybe I could take one of these, actually. Didn't think about that. Yeah. I'm probably going to sharpen that and go ahead and keep that. So, this is the... One second. This is bothering me. This is the CoverGirl Perfect Blend in the color charcoal. That's also really fucking dried out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This one I'm gonna go ahead and declutter because this is from Claire's. Not really sure why it's still in my collection. I'm 30 years old and I haven't shopped at Claire's since I was a kid. So yeah, that's another one of those. Liquid eyeliner, Mega Eyeliner by Wet n Wild. Gonna keep that. These ones I'm keeping because they are new to my collection and they're cute. They got little stamps on them. They got a star, a moon, and a bat. They're really cute. I just got these not too long ago. They also have like a felt tip on the ends of them. The little bat one's cute. I like that a lot. And then the little moon. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm like out of focus there. Okay. This is a newish one to my collection too. It's the RMS Beauty Straight Line Kohl Eye Pencil. It's got the pencil on one end, the little smudger on the other. It's not bad. I actually prefer this over a lot of my eyeliners. This is another Epic Wear waterproof one in the shade black. It's still good. I just used it the other day. This is another white one by Sephora. But to be honest, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one because I would prefer to use the other one. It's a little bit more creamier in consistency and stuff like that. This is a newish one in my collection. It's the Doll Paint brown gel eyeliner. It's brown instead of black. It's just for those days that I want a brown look. And then this, I also have it in black as well. I like those as well. This, honestly, I'm not sure if this is still good. Hold on. I don't know if it's dried out or not. I don't want to stick my finger in it. Let's look at a brush real quick. Check it out. I mean, It is, but it seems like it's getting ready to dry out. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't use this. It's the Blackest Black Liner Lacquer by L'Oreal. I think I'm just going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. Now my hands are like all stained black. This next one is the Ulta Beauty Micro Felt Tip Liner. Honestly, oh, okay, it's still good. Alright. Well, I didn't know it was still good. I'm going to keep this one too. It's the LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil in Seashells. This is actually a eyeshadow stick, if I remember correctly. Well, it just says Jumbo Eye Pencil. I guess it's not. But it's still really good. I'm not gonna lie. It's the Love Sick Let It Glide Jumbo Eye Pencil. I got this from Hot Topic a few years ago. It's not bad. I like it. Alright, these next few, this is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Water Retractable Eyeliner. It's drying out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of that one. This is my go-to. I have two of them. They are the Ulta Beauty gel eyeliners in Blackout. I need to use these up because they are a little old, but I am going to repurchase these because I do like these. I just need to sharpen them. This is another go-to of mine. It's the Tattoo Studio by Maybelline in Deep Onyx. It's still really good. It just needs to be sharpened and stuff. I don't have a lot of nude eyeliners, so I am going to go ahead and keep this one. It's the Rimmel London in the Exaggerate Colored Nude. I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. I don't use this. I probably should because it's cute. It's a Milani Fruit Fetish eyeliner. I think this shade's Kiwi and Knit Real. It's cute. I might try on using it in a look coming up. And then I just have the sharpener for some of those. So, but yeah, those were my eyeliners. Kind of happy that I got rid of some. I know I still kept quite a bit, but to be honest, if it dries out, it dries out. If it doesn't, if I don't get to use it, I don't get to use it. It's just one of those things where I'm not saying I particularly care if it does or not, but at the same time, like, I got a lot of use out of all this stuff, so it's not really bothering me too much because I use it quite often. So yeah, I'm going to put these away and then I'll be right back. Alright, the next category is going to be lip liners. I don't have a lot of lip liners, but I've just honestly gotten into lip liner. So I got quite a few new ones that I haven't even tried yet, so yeah. But starting out with, this is the Trick or Treat collection, one from Glamlight. It's the Holly Ho one. It's like a warm brown shade. It's really pretty. I like that one. This is the Vault Beauty, or Beauty Vault Natty Nat. It's a red shade. It's really nice. It's very creamy. I like it. Got this in a BoxyCharm, and I just liked it from the get-go. This is the Ghost Face collection one from Glamlight. It's a dark, I want to say it's black, but to be honest, it's really not, because here in a second I'll swatch a black next to it. It's more of like a really deep, almost like ash brown. And then here's the black next to it. You can definitely see the difference there. This is the KVD Beauty and the Everlasting Lip Liner, but it's called this. It's a shade of Scully. This next one is the Makeup Revolution and Batman collection. This is the Poison Ivy lip liner. It's another red. It's more of an orange red than in the other one. This one is my very first one I got. It's a Steve Laurent one in the shade Vogue. I got this in a BoxyCharm. Really pretty. This was also part of the Beauty Vault. It came in like a 3-pack with this one and this one. This is the Beau Babe one. It's really nice. And then the last one with that collection was the name has been worn off. Can't remember the name of this one, but it's that one. It's really nice. It's my go-to. As you can see, it's the smallest. And this is a Chucky collection by Glamlight. It was really nice collection. I really liked the shade of this one as well. Like I said, newer to my collection. This is the Halloween 2 collection by Glamlight. I feel like I have a really good range here of shades, so I don't really feel like I'm repeating a lot of things. So I guess that's a good thing. This is the NYX Professional one in the shade Brown. It's kind of similar to this one, but it's a little bit more warmer and brighter. And then I got this one, same brand, NYX, in the shade Espresso. This one's a little bit more similar to that one, but to be honest, it's not a big deal. But those are all staying. I enjoy lip liners a lot. Now that I've actually gotten into using them. But yeah, this is my lip liners, and on to my next stuff. So, okay, this is the my brow collection. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of this stuff too. There might be a few declutters in this one as well, because if I remember correctly, there were a few things that I really wasn't happy with and don't plan on using, so I'm gonna wipe my hand off here a little bit. It's bothering me. Alright. So first off, I got 2 freckle pins in here. Those are not eyeshadow, or no, there's 3 of them in here, I think. Yeah. These are just freckle pins. I do a lot of fake freckles, and to be honest, all these are still really good, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hang on to these. I keep them in here because I don't really know where else to put them with my stuff. I might just put them over here for now, actually. Gonna kind of go ahead and get this out of the way. These are the Oma Beauty One and Done brow things. They're shade 7. I think one of them is different. Yeah, this one is 8. This is the one I've been using. It's a little bit darker than this one, but these are my go-tos. They were on clearance. I tried them out once at Walmart. They had them at Walmart, and I tried one out, and I was like, hell yes, this is like the perfect brow product for me. And it's got the little brush that you can brush through your brows, the little brow gel, and then it's got the pencil, which this one's almost used up. It's literally, I can't even put it up anymore. As you can see, this is even brand new. I haven't even used it. But I liked this a lot, and I went back. They were on clearance for like $2 a piece, and I grabbed every single one of them. Not sorry. This is the Brow Age Perfect by L'Oreal. Not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of it. It's a little dried out anyways, and I don't see the point in holding on to it. This is the Essence Brow Designer. This was actually one of my go-tos before those other ones. It needs to be sharpened. It is newer, but it's been a minute since I've actually used it, to be honest. I'm going to try to sharpen it and see if it's working. If not, this is the shade brown, by the way, 202 brown. It's got the little brush on it. It's kind of, it's nice. It's the Essence one. It's cheap. If it works, it works. If not, I'll just go ahead and declutter it. These were part of that eyeliner stuff that my mom gave me. These are all dried out. I can tell you that for a fact. These are all dry out. Oh yeah, that's painful. I'm just gonna declutter those as well. This is the ColourPop one, Brow Boss in Auburn. I used to have red hair before I dyed it. It's still good. I probably will go ahead and hang on to this just in case I ever do change my hair color back, because I'm constantly changing my hair color. So yeah, and this is the Secret of Pharaoh Micro Brow Pencil. There's not much left of this, so I am going to go ahead and keep it. It's still creamy, so gonna go ahead and keep that one. These used to be my go-tos as well. To be honest, I got 2 of them in here. Until I discovered these were my go-tos. And this is the Brow Stylist Definer in Dark Brunettes. I'm gonna go ahead and keep these because, again, they're still really good. This is the Bushy Brow by Lime Crime. This is new to my collection. It's a really fine brush. You can do like little hair strokes with it. I draw my brows on, so it helps. This is the NYX Brow Glue. I'm going to keep this. I like it to glue my brows down if I need to. This is the Beauty Treats Eyebrow Duo, and it is dried out, so we're just going to go ahead and toss that one. This is the Essence Blonde, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. It's not dried out, but it's not really great either. This is another Essence one in brown. I'm going to go ahead and keep that just to see if it actually works or not later on. And then this is the KVD Super Pomade in light brown. It's still pretty good. I've been using it. I just got it not too long ago, so. And a BoxyCharm, so yeah. That was my brow stuff, and I believe next is going to be setting powders, so yeah. 1 second. Alright, so this is my setting powders. I'll go ahead and start with these 2. These are the Coty Airspun setting powders. One is in the shade Naturally Neutral. The other one is the shade Honey Beige. They both work really well for me. I know a lot of people aren't. This is a brand new one, never been used. So this one is going to be the last one that I open. But this one I have been using. Oh god. I know a lot of people are not fans of the smell of these. They smell like a very perfumed smell. It's more of like a vintage. To be honest, it reminds me of my grandmother. It's one of the reasons why I use it. And it's also talc free. And I'm all about that vintage stuff anyways, like just in everyday life for me. I like vintage things, and it's a vintage product. Obviously this is a newer take on it, not an actual vintage setting powder, but at the same time, you get what I'm saying. I like it a lot, so. Sorry, I got powder everywhere. This is the Fortnite and Revolution collection. It's the Peely Banana Powder. It's more of like that yellow tone. I got it on clearance at Walmart. I'm pretty sure it also smells like bananas. It does. It's not bad. I'm gonna hang on to it. This next one is a Becca setting powder in the shade Pink Haze. Like I said earlier, I do a lot of blush looks, so I sometimes will I do a lot of underpainting, and when I do my liquid blushes, I will sometimes set my liquid blush with this powder because it has that pink hue to it. But yeah, I've had this for some time. I've had it since BoxyCharm was like a thing. And then this is another clearance find, but this is the Ready Set Go setting powder by Lottie London. It's a translucent settings powder. It's really good as well. I'm going to keep that. This is the CoverGirl Clean and Professional, or Clean Professional in the shade Translucent Fair. This was a go-to of mine. I like it a lot. And this is new to my collection. That's trash, sorry. This is new to my collection. It's the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. I like this a lot. I got this at TJ Maxx. I thought I'd try it out, and it's what I've been reaching for the most, honestly. Recently. I'm going to clean this out for just a second, sorry. Yeah, those are my setting powders. Go ahead and put this to the front. There we go. But yeah, next is my bronzers, contours, and yeah. Alright, so this is my bronzers and my, not all of my bronzers. I will get to my depotted bronzers and my face palettes that have bronzers in them later, but these are my loose ones at the moment. This is my, this says CoverGirl Clean and Professional, but this is Necromancy. You can see that. It's called Necromancy Contour. It's by the company Notoriously Morbid. They are a indie brand, and I really enjoy it. It's a very cool tone, as you can see. I actually mixed it because it was a little too dark for me. Mixed it with a little bit of setting powder that was left in here, but that's a good contour shade for me. And then this is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. It's the bronzer. It's the, what shade is this one? Feeling Shady. I use this quite often as well, as you can see. It's newer to my collection. I usually pair these two together. This is a new product from SheGlam, to me anyways. This is the Liquid Skin Sculpt Contour in the shade Stone. It's a cool shade. Cool skin tone shade. I like that one. This is also new. It's the SheGlam Soft Tan Snatch and Define Stick. It's really nice. I actually really like this. It's a more of a bronzer than it is a contour on me. And then this isn't really this is a highlighter, but it's honestly so gold and so bronzy on me that I use it as a bronzer. It's a loose pigment, so I'm not gonna try to, I guess I could swatch it for you. It's the Milk and Cookies highlighter from Glamlight. I know it looks like a highlight right now, but to be honest, put a little bit more here on it. My nails are making this very difficult, I'm sorry. Putting this on my skin, you can tell. If you can tell anyways, I'm not sure if you can. but it's more bronzy than anything, and so I just use it as a bronzer topper or just a bronzer. But yeah, and then, sorry, one second. This is my travel bronzer. This is the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer. If I ever go traveling, this is what I take with me. It's a cute little bronzer. Got it in a travel set. Thought it was cute. This is the Glossier Solar Paint Luminous Bronzer Cream, and it's the shade Fair, or Flare, sorry. And it's, oh, it's been separated. Damn it. Hopefully that doesn't mean it's going bad on me. I know it's very orange toned right there, but it works really well for me as a bronzer, so I'm not really mad at it. And then these next two, this is obviously a classic in everyone's collection, but this is the Butter Bronzer. This one is the Sculpting Bronzer in the shade, doesn't say. I know this one was the darker version, because it's really dark on me. I have to be very light-handed with it, but it smells really good still, so I'm going to keep it. And then this next one is the Flower Beauty Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer in the shade Sunrise. It's very cool toned. I liked, well, you can't really, one second, I'm sorry. Very cool toned, but it's also got that heat to it as well, or warmth to it as well, so. But yeah, those were my bronzers. I'm gonna put these in here a little bit better than I had them. Trying to be a little bit more organized, a little bit more, yeah. There we go. But yeah, on to, I think we're going to do liquid highlighters next. Alright, so this is my liquid and cream highlights. Start with this one. This is the ColourPop and Barbie collection. This is the Beach Party highlighter. Sorry. It's the Super Shock highlighter. It's going to be hard to open with these nails on. Hold on. There we go. Looks like this. I need a little cleaned up. Sorry, I didn't realize. But, I really enjoy this. It's still really good. Still really emollient. Very, pretty on the skin. I need to start using this more, to be honest. It's really, really pretty, though. I don't know if you guys can still see that or not, but I enjoy it. I just don't use it very often. As you can see, though, I am starting to get close to that waffle pan that's in there. You can see kind of the little bit of a waffle shape in there. That's interesting and fun. I got two of these. This is the Cotton Candy Jelly Highlighter by Steve Laurent, sorry. It's still really emollient and stuff as well. It's another go-to of mine when I do cream and liquid highlights. I do go for that. And I have two of them because I got one in BoxyCharm, and then I got another one through BoxyCharm on their shop website for like $2. So I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and grab it. This is broken, but it's still good. It's the Halo Glow by Liquid Highlighter by Wet n Wild in the shade Halo Goodbye. It's a pinky rose color, rose gold color. That's pretty. I like it. I'm really hoping you guys can see these swatches because I'm so short I can't even see in my monitor. So, but I like it. I'm gonna hold on to it. The doe foot is broken. It's inside somewhere. in there. But I'll hold on to it until I can't use it anymore. This was another go-to of mine for a while. As you can see, I have major pan on this. It's the Flexitarian highlighter by ColourPop. It's still really emollient as well, even though I've had it for quite some time. It's really pretty. And I will try to use this up this year because it's going on like 2 or 3 years that I've had this, and I don't need to hold on to it. Sorry. I've got carpal tunnel really bad. My hands are kind of numb. If I'm not gonna be, I'm not lying. I'm gonna be honest. I'm having a hard time gripping things at the moment. Alright, so this was also in a BoxyCharm. Sorry, everything's so dusty. This is the Iconic London Illuminator in this shade Original. Not gonna lie, this is really deep for my skin tone, but I put this in under foundation sometimes. It's super bronzy on me, but it's really pretty. So I use this a little bit underneath my foundation every now and then if I want a really glowy look or something. That's what I do with that. Yeah. And then this next one is a Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Pearl. It's kind of that cream consistency. I thought it was powder at first when I first got it, but it's actually a cream. And it still smells really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one as well. Whoa! Like I said, I'm having a hard time gripping things. I apologize. I feel like this being my first ever video, talking and doing things like this is going slightly better than I had planned, so yeah. And then this next thing isn't really a highlighter, it's more of a body glitter. It's from the Sesame Street collection. It's just literally a glitter. It's the Zippity Zap glitter gel. I'm gonna keep it because I do, like I said, body glitter and things like that every now and then, so. And then this is the Milk Cosmetics cream highlighter in the shade Supernova. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it still smells okay. I'm going to try my best to use more of this year and then probably declutter it because it's not my go-to. It's kind of actually hard to put on top of other products, so you have to like tap it on your finger or something and then put it on the skin. But yeah, that is my liquid highlighters, and I think next I'm going to do my powder highlighters. Alright, so this is my powder, not all of them, because like I said, I have a lot of depotted stuff as well, and I have a few depotted and face palettes as well, highlighters and stuff like that, but this is a majority of my powder highlights. There are a few things here that I might declutter. I don't use them or don't plan on using them, or they don't work for me kind of thing, so I like a very blinding highlight. If you're a fan of Teresa is Dead on here, alien slut vibes is what I go for as well. So yeah. Speaking of alien slut vibes, this is the Lunar Glow highlighter by She Glam. It is a blue shifty highlight. I actually really enjoy And I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. One I will be decluttering is the Rude Cosmetics Baked Highlights in Flirtatious Behavior. It's dry as hell, and it's been like this since I bought it. Nothing about it was good. It's very chunky. Comes off very chunky on the skin, and I don't really particularly like the way it is because it's kind of dry. If it was a little bit more smoothing, I wouldn't mind it, but it's not. Honestly, I'm on the fence about this one. This is the Winky Lux. You know what? I just swatched that, and to be honest, oh my god, it's really pretty, to be honest, though. It's really fucking pretty. It just looks kind of shitty when you swatch it, like on a finger, but just look at that. I don't know if you guys can see how glowy that is and pretty, but yeah, I talked myself into it. I'm keeping it. Alright, this is the Aesthetica Cosmo Sparkling Rose Gold. I'm keeping this one as well. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm sorry. It's really pretty. I enjoy it. It's newer to my collection, and I'm gonna keep that one. This is a travel highlight of mine. It's the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. Another classic. It's just a little champagne highlighter. I'll go ahead and keep it because it is travel sized, and I plan on traveling a lot this summer and the next few years, so I'll need to have some travel options. So this next one is the Laura Geller Gelato, I believe is the Diamond Gelato Formula Illuminator in Diamond Dust. I don't know if you guys can see that. I apologize if you guys can't even see anything, but I will eventually get better. I'm going to keep that. This was my very first highlighter in my collection, and I have to tape it shut because the thing is broken, but it's the Revolution Makeup Revolution Strobe Highlighter in the shade Holographic Lights. I really like the blue-green shift of this. It's very alien-esque. Like I said, it was one of my very first highlighters, and I really enjoy it. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. More so for sentimental value, because I'm a little embarrassed to say how old that is. This is a Fenty highlighter duo, Kilowatt Foil in Sandcastle and Minted Mojito. This one's a little dark for me, so I mostly don't use this side, but I do like the Minted Mojito one as well, so I'm gonna keep that one. I use that darker shade as a bronzer every now and then, like a bronzer topper type thing. This is the Benefit Dandelion. It still smells good because it still has that like perfumey smell. But if I'm being completely honest, I don't really use this one. So I really don't want to get rid of it though. Like, I talk myself into like keeping things, but I've got a lot of sentimental value with a lot of my stuff, and I don't like getting rid of things, but I'm gonna keep that one. Let's see. This is my Ghostface highlighter duo. I'm sorry, it needs wiped off. This is newish to my collection. They're not the best, but to be honest, it's, not the worst. I'm going to go ahead and keep it because it's Ghostface. I like anything horror. I have a Jason tattoo, and it's my Friday the 13th one from Glamlight. It's that blue, really blue shift that I like in some highlighters. I'm going to keep that. And then this, I'm not even going to open this. Not right now anyways. I need to fix it. This is the Artist Couture in Cocoa Bling. It's a loose highlighter, and the lid is not on there the best. But I got it stuck on there, and it was open, and it's everywhere. So I'm just going to put that in there for now and get it out of the way. This was from that Notoriously Morbid collection I was talking about earlier. As the World Falls. It's a multi-chrome highlighter. One of my favorite highlighters in my collection. It's a red, pink, yellow shift. Even has like a yellow or green shift to it too. I'm gonna keep that as well. It's just a very wet looking, and I just like it a lot. This next one is the Too Faced Fancy Diamond, Pink Diamond. I really don't know if I want to keep this one or not. It's just not exciting. I like the packaging. I think it's cute, but I think I am going to go ahead and finally declutter that from my collection. Another declutter, I really wanted to like this. It's the Moonchild Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I like some of the shades. I'll swatch it for you. Hold on. Sorry. These are like terrible. It's gonna make me want to keep it. It's gonna make me want to keep it. God dang it. Swatching it made me want to keep it. Never mind. Let's look at those. They're not the best quality in my opinion, but I'm keeping it. Damn it. Shouldn't have swatched it. Gonna keep it. Never mind. This one is the Glamlight Scooby-Doo highlighter. Needs cleaned. I'm sorry. I use this one quite often as well. It's a pink and a green blue. I love the green blue one a lot, but that's them right there. Very pretty. Gonna keep those for sure. And then these next few, oh, I love this next palette. Well, these next two palettes I'm getting ready to show you. Sorry, I have literally glitter and highlighter all over me. Alright, this is the Rick and Morty Glamlight highlighting trio. When I say that this is literally my favorite highlighter palette, and it's got my favorite shade in it, if I could just buy this shade, I'd be happy. It's very dirty, and I'm sorry. 1 second. I'm a huge fan of Rick and Morty, but Uncharted, Cosmos, and Anomaly. This is Anomaly, Cosmos, and Uncharted. Look how pretty. Like, look at that. I love it. This one is my favorite highlighter ever. I'm going to probably end up hitting pan really soon. But yeah, I absolutely love this palette. And honestly, unless they discontinue it, I probably will repurchase that. And if they talk about or put it on sale or something, I probably will pick up another one. Because that's just me. Moving on. Okay, this next one is a really good palette as well. It's the Noctilucent palette by Blend Bunny Cosmetics. Very beautiful shades. Oh, sorry, I'm like really close to the camera. Very beautiful shades. Very, very, very pretty. This is the bottom 3. And then this is the top 3. Just a very pretty palette, and it's a go-to of mine. I literally have, once I've bought it, I have not stopped using. I've not stopped using it. I think I use it literally with almost every look that I do. My hand is going to be forever tainted by highlighters, you can see. Didn't realize I'd get this messy. Alright, these next 2 are new to my collection. I kept the PR, well, not the PR boxes, but the boxes for them because I thought they were fucking cute. I love anything horror, like I said. This is the Halloween 2 highlighter. And you got Michael. It's me. It's time, Michael. It's me. Sorry. And then it's an orange highlighter. I thought that was pretty cool. I like orange blush a lot, and I thought this was neat to have for those days that I want to do like a warm orangey look. I meant like I love orange blush, and I meant this would go good with an orange blush. Sorry if I didn't say that right. This is the Chucky Friends Till the End highlighter from Glam Light as well. I just love the packaging. I think it's cute as hell. This one's more of a rainbowy highlighter. It's got yellow, green, blue mix shift to it. I really enjoy those. So yeah, decluttering 2, keeping quite a few. But moving on to liquid blushes. Alright, so this is my liquid blush collection. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a blush fanatic. I like liquid blush especially. But my favorite blush is an orange blush. So you're gonna see a lot of orange in here, and I'm not sorry about it. But anyways, I'm going to start off with the Stila Convertible Color palette, the National Treasure Lip and Cheek palette. I panned the orange shade in here, but I still have these 2 red shades and this purple or pink shade. Oops. Not really the greatest shades, but I mean, not my go-tos, I should say, but they're not bad. I'll be keeping that. Go ahead and do these really quick. These are the e.l.f. Camo liquid blushes. This one is the shade Coming In Hot Pink. This one is the shade Gorge Orange, which is my go-to. I love it so much. And then this one is in the shade Lilac, Bold Faced Lilac. It's more of a muted purple, and I really like it. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it, but nothing crazy. These have like, you can't even really tell, but like in person you can, but on the camera you really won't be able to see it. But they're all very shimmery. I'm gonna swatch the orange one for you. They are very, actually I'll go ahead and swatch all 3, why not? They're very liquid forward, obviously. Very liquidy, very liquidy. I want them to make more colors, more bright colors. I'm a very bright, colorful blush person, so these are really pretty colors. I like to play with blush a lot, and try different things with blush. Being like, that's pretty. A lot of people might say I have blush blindness. I even think I do to a point, but I love blush so much that I really don't care. But these next ones are the Flower Blush Bombs. This one's the shade Melon. This one's the shade Bubbly. I'm not going to swatch every single one here, but these ones are really pretty. I like these ones a lot. This is a depotted one. It was a lipstick. It was an orange lipstick that I used as a blush. And I enjoy it. I'm going to finish it and then keep the pan for something else later. This is a ColourPop Super Shock blush. I think this was called Between the Sheets, if I remember correctly. The sticker has fallen off of it since I've gotten it, but it's just a little natural pink blush there. This is the She Glam Orange Peel Color Blush, Bloom Blush. Again, I'm a big orange blush person, and I absolutely love that. This is the Alice in Wonderland collection with Wet n Wild. This is the Lip and Cheek color in the shade This Way. It's got a doe foot applicator. It comes off very crazy, but I like it. This was on clearance, but it's a Milani Cheek Kiss Nude Kiss Cream Blush. It's a good one. I know this is a lipstick, and it's very dirty. I apologize. But this was my grandmother's. Same with this. I depotted. It was one of these LA Colors lipsticks. It was an orange one. I depotted it in here because I used it so much. This is a red one. I use it as a blush. I don't put it on my lips because, like I said, it was my grandmother's. This is also a lipstick, but I use it as a blush. It's purple. I know that kind of looks crazy on the skin if I was to use it as a blush, but again, I like to do crazy things with blush, and it is actually really fucking pretty as a blush. It doesn't do well like this product itself. It's the NYX Shine Loud liquid lipstick. I don't particularly like it on my lips. It doesn't work very well in my opinion. This next one is a Sweet Cheeks by NYX Soft Cheek Tint. It is in the shade Almost Famous. It's very bright and loud. It's orange. I like it a lot. This is the KVD Beauty Liquid Gel Blush in Duality. It's very dewy. It's a peachy pink coral kind of shade. This was another Super Shock blush in the shade Cheerio. Start swatching shit over here. I really like this. I know it's a little dark, but I got it because like I said, I like blush a lot, but when I got it, I specifically got it because I thought it would look good on like winter days, like winter makeup type stuff, make it look like you're cold and things like that. This is a putty blush by e.l.f. This is the Fiji, shade Fiji. It's like a reddish orange. And then this is another one in the shade Bahamas, and this is more of an orange than anything. I like that one. And this one is by Item Beauty. It is a blush and light cream blush in the shade Admit It. It's kind of also like that Cheerio color in a way. It's almost like a powder consistency. It does not feel like a cream, but it says it's a cream. So it's in my cream blushes. And then this was another lipstick of my grandmother's that I use as a blush. To y'all, that might be a little weird to say that I use use my grandmother's use my grandmother's lipstick as a blush, but me and my grandmother were very close, and honestly, I would use it on my lips if it wasn't expired, but it's expired, and I use it as lipstick, so, or not lipstick, but blush, sorry. Trying to get this in here a certain way. But yeah, I know it's a weird thing to do, but I honestly like it. And that's all that matters, in my opinion. Not really sure where to put all of this. It was all just kind of thrown in there to begin with, so. But yeah, that's my liquid blush collection. And going to move on to powder blushes. Alright, so this is my powder blushes, and like I said about the contours and bronzers and the highlighters, I also have face palettes as well that have blushes in them, but I'm not going to show those at the moment until later in the video. So, I'm trying to speed this up a little bit because I'm pretty sure this video is already going to be like 2 hours long. But this is the Liddell Revitalizing Double Blusher. I don't think I'm going to keep this. No, I'm not going to keep it. It's not really my cup of tea, but this is a travel blush called the Hot Mama Blush by The Balm. I use that as a travel blush. It's really pretty. It's kind of like an orangey pink. I am going to keep that. These two are by Koki. Really enjoy these a lot. I like the gradients. This one's more shimmery. This one's more matte. This matte one is called Tender, and then the other one is called Crushing. Those ones are really nice, and I enjoy those. This is the Fenty Kilowatt Foil Highlighter and Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset, and I love these so much. I usually will mix the two. They're really pretty together, in my opinion. They make a really pretty pink-orange color. But I will use them by themselves as well. Definitely holding on to that one. This next one is Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Divine Rose 3. This is hard to open. Okay. This is new to my collection, but I am going to keep it. I like it a lot. This is PYT Beauty. This is the shade Flirty in the Hot Flush Blush. It's a little broken, but I enjoy the softness of that. Because every now and then I do like a soft blush. This next one is the NARS and Taj Mahal. I know that's very dark, but I'm keeping it. It's an orange blush, so. These next two are by Milani. This first one is called Cherry on Top. It's more of a cherry color. It's really pretty. This next one used to be my go-to. I'm surprised that it didn't ever hit pan on this, but it's the Coralina brush, and I'll be keeping those as well. And then this next one is called the Babe Beauty in the shade Coral Blush. Sorry, I wiped it off and now I can't open it. Very coral forward. I enjoy that, so I'm keeping that. This one is the Autherine Blush from Menagerie Cosmetics. This is the Goji. It's a yellow blush. I like that a lot. Like I said, I like weird blush. This is another one in Dandelion's Glow. This is another yellow blush, but it's shimmery. And then this is another one in the shade Best Buds. And it's more of an orange coral. And I like both of those, or all three of those, sorry. And then this next one is called Wee Cherry. It's very light, and to be honest, I'm going to declutter this because it will not show up on my skin. So, no point in holding on to that. Alright. This next one is a face palette. It's a trio. It's the Glam Light Nightmare on Elm Street collection. There's some red pinks. I like those a lot. I'm going to keep those. It's a Ghost Face blush. It's really red. I like it a lot. This is the Trick or Treat Glam Light collection. Really liked this one. It's more of an orange blush, obviously. Like I said, it's a go-to for me. I just got that though. Like this palette is new to my collection, so I haven't used it very much. This is the Scooby-Doo blush trio. Gonna be keeping that as well. Gonna try to get these in here a certain way. Alright, these next are my last powder blushes at the moment. These are the Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is the Juicy Cheeks face palette. My absolute go-to for fun blush. Especially these orange and yellows, but I'd been using a lot of these pinks and purples as well. Especially these purples. I think they're very pretty. But yeah, absolutely love this palette. And then this is the Bare Cheeks palette by Blend Bunny, and it's more neutral shades, and I really enjoy both of these as well. I'm going to put these in here a little bit better. But yeah, that is my powdered blush collection. I'm going to go ahead and put these with the declutter stuff. Honestly, didn't think I'd be really letting go of anything today, but there's a lot of things I've been changing about myself, and so I'm happy with it. So alright, next is going to be, I think I'm going to do my single eyeshadows next, because I've done everything else in this drawer, and then after the single eyeshadows, it's going to be eyeshadow palettes. So yeah. Actually, I wanted to step in here really quick and say that it's not my eyeshadows that are going to be next. These are my single eyeshadows, my loose pigments, my cream eyeshadows, things like that. But my face palettes will be next. Then I'll do eyeshadows because I have a shit ton of eyeshadow palettes. But yeah. I'm going to start with these pigments here. This is by Makeup and Murder. This is the Poison Neon UV pigments. These are just neon purple, purple, yellow, and green. And I also had gotten the Chemical X to mix with these to make them into liners. But I don't really do that very often. Another Makeup and Murder products that I got as well. These are the eyeshadow loose pigments. These are the Evidence ones. I thought these packagings for these were really cute. I like these a lot. This one's Mercury, which is like a pink purple color. This one's blood, it's more of a red, and then radioactive waste, that's a yellow green shift, which I'll be keeping these. These next things are my Cursed Cosmetics liquid glitters. This one's called Curse, this one's called Spirits. You can kind of see what they look like. I'm not going to swatch them right now, but I've been using these quite often as well. Again, I forgot that I have to do my lip collection too, so that's going to be after this as well. After the face palettes, that'll be the next thing, because I got quite a bit of lip products as well that I'm probably going to be getting rid of, so. But anyways, these are two Cursed Cosmetics eyeshadows. This is Supernova. Well, this is really, really pretty. I like this eyeshadow a lot. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but. And then this is the shade Stardust. Really enjoy this one a lot as well. Gonna be holding on to those. Alright, these, I think I'm gonna get rid of these two, but keep this one. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Cottage Cheese. I usually use this for like an inner corner highlight, and that's about it. These other ones, this one is, I believe, Donuts, if I remember correctly. Donut, yeah. It's okay. And then this one is Blueberry Pop. Also, not really a big fan of these. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter these. And then these are my ColourPop shadows. This is the shade Empire, which just came out of its thing. That's interesting. I've never had that happen before, but that is Empire. I'm actually going to see if that'll stick in a palette, because that's not gonna, but it needs to be closed off. I'm gonna have to see if I can glue that back in there, I guess, because it's a super shock shadow, so it needs to be like sealed, so it can't be opened to the air or it'll dry out. This next one's called Lightning Bug. I really enjoy this one as well. I just don't use it very often. Very pretty. I've had these for a few years and they've not dried out on me, thankfully, but I've had a few other ones too, but this one is called Dream Lover. This one's my go-to if I want a single shadow. But it's really pretty. And then I think I'm gonna stop swatching on my hand and go to my arm. This one is a depotted shadow. It's the shade Other Mother by Notoriously Morbid. Very pretty. It's like a black, but it's got like a green shift to it. It does really well if you have like a sticky base to put down. But if I'm being completely honest, I think I'm just going to go ahead and declutter it. I don't reach for it, don't use it. Haven't used it in quite some time. And really does not spark any kind of enjoyment out of me at all. So, this is also Notoriously Morbid. This is Rolling with the Coven. It's a loose pigment. It's orange. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it for now. But this one's also Notoriously Morbid. This is Smoking Man. It's a loose pigment as well. It's like a green shift. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one as well. Alright, this next one is a depot of 2 eyeshadows mixed together. I called it Frankenstein because it's got like that green hue to it, but I'm also going to declutter that one as well. This is just a glitter. I'm not gonna explain that. This is Ciate London Shadow and Plum It Up. Yeah. I got this in a BoxyCharm not too long ago. To be honest, it's not anything special to me, so I am just going to go ahead and declutter that as well. It's not something I will really reach for. This next thing is Hourglass eyeshadow, Scatterlight eyeshadow. I can't really stick my finger in there at the moment because of my nails. But that's what it looks like. I'm gonna hold on to it. I do enjoy it when I do use it, so it's a little dried out though, so I probably won't get much out of that. This packaging's broken, but this is the Sephora Sequent Glitter Shadow. I keep it for like special effects makeups and things. I don't really use it very much. It's not really a one I reach for. But yeah, those are my single shadows. Got quite a bit put away there, or like decluttered. And yeah, I'll move on to my face palettes next, and then I will get on to my lip products. Alright, so this is my face palette collection. I'm going to just go ahead and start off with this Phase Zero palette that I have. It's a trio. It had a contour or bronzer, and it has 2 blushes. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the blushes, so I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. This is honestly not what's supposed to be in here. This was the Dolce de Leche contour palette, but I depotted a bronzer. Honestly, can't even remember what bronzer and blush this was. I don't reach for this, so I've decided I'm going to go ahead and also declutter this. I'm honestly surprised because I didn't start this out as to be a declutter or declutter anything really, but to be honest, I've decided that I need to stop hanging on to certain products just because I don't like to get rid of things. It's not a healthy thing to have, but this is the half-caked double dipper in the double dipper color duo in the shade Girls Tour. I liked this little thing. It's I'm gonna say a highlighter and a blush, but that highlight, if I'm being completely honest, is more bronzy than it is anything. But I'm gonna keep it because it is newer to my collection and I don't use it very often. So I want to get some more use out of that. This is the powder contour palette from e.l.f. You got the contour, the bronzer, the powder, and then the highlighter, which the highlighter isn't bad. Contour's not bad, bronzer's not bad. Sorry if I'm not in focus or in the camera's view. Like I said, I'm gonna try my best to fix the way that it's set up next time. But this is staying in my collection. Alright, so this next one is a putty, the Stila all-in-one putty trio. Bronzer, highlighter, and blush. I love the highlighter in this. It's so pretty. Just love it. Bronzer is a little too orange for me, but the blush is really pretty as well. Yeah. I don't know if you can see the blush there, but not the best swatch place for it. Yeah. But anyways, I'm keeping this. I like it, so I just need to use it more because I don't honestly use face palettes that often. I used to. That's how I was able to pan that one a little bit, but yeah. And then moving on to my two Natasha Denona ones. This one is newest to my collection. This is the Alloy Cheek Duo Bronze and Glow palette. Really like the highlight in this, and the bronzer is a little bit too orange for me, but that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and still keep it though. I can make it work. I just have to be light-handed with it. And then this is the Cupid's Cheek Duo in the cream blush and highlight. I've used this more. I had this in a BoxyCharm at some point. I love the blush in this, and the highlight's really nice too. I just haven't reached for them, to be honest, in a minute. But there's that compared to the other one. There is a slight difference, but it's honestly almost the same. And then just the blush there. Going to keep both of those because, like I said, I do enjoy both of them. I just don't reach for them. I feel like if I declutter a few things, I'll actually start reaching for those more. I really like the packaging for those as well. Like, I just like the feel of them. It's heavy, feels good, feels like quality, and I like that too. This next thing is the Love Sprung Artist Couture Volume 3 face palette. I'm assuming these are supposed to be blushes, but they're more so bronzy. This one's more of a rose tone. This is a peachy tone, which I still like these. And then this middle one is a, like I said, I'm getting like bronze vibes from that. Not really blush, but I like it. I got it off of BoxyCharm website, and I enjoy it. So I just, like, again, don't reach for it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. This is a few depotted things. Stuff was in my project pan for a while, and I'm gonna re-roll my project pan stuff. But this is the Wet n Wild Cobwebs highlighter. It's like a purple shift highlighter. This is the Wonder Beauty Costa Ray bronzer. It's not really a good swatch, but yeah. This is the Ace Beauté light bronzer. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Paradiso blush. This is the Wet n Wild Precious Petals, my all-time go-to highlighter. That's the reason why it's panned. I've literally had that thing for years, but I'm determined to eventually finish it up. I don't want to get rid of it. And then this shade is a ColourPop shadow. It's the Sagittarius shade, I believe. Yeah. Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius. I was born in December. So, yeah. And that is that swatched. Not the best swatch, because my hand is kind of oily. Or not oily, but wet. But, yeah. That's going to stay in there for right now until I declutter some more single shadows and things. But I'm going to keep that. And then this is new to my collection. It's the Pat McGrath Labs base palettes. This is the Divine Blush, Bronze, and Glow Trio in Nirvana in Bloom. I think it's really pretty. Bronzer's a little orange, but the blush, I'm assuming this is a highlighter. It's a pink. Oh wait, swatch right here. It's a little bit better to, yeah. It's super pink though. So I'm assuming it's a blush. So, but yeah. I apologize. I'm a little awkward during this whole video, but I'm trying to be a little bit more talkative and be open with you guys about things. But anyways, really enjoy these palettes. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here really quick, out of the way. Alright, and then these two, honestly, they're not bad. They're the Sesame Street collection with Wet n Wild. This one is called the Best Buddies Complexion Trio, 2 bronzers and highlights. Honestly, these work for me. They're more, not cool tone, but lighter bronzers, and the highlight is super gold, but to be honest, I'm a little torn on these two things. I know it's silly to even really, be like torn on a freaking Sesame Street palette, but they are good quality. I could definitely use them for travel, especially this one. This one is the collection in, or the Complexion Trio in Perfect Pair, and it's the 2 blushes and highlight one. If I can get it open. There we go. Highlighters, still not the best. Very chunky. Sorry, I'm not in the focus. Very chunky highlighter. Blush isn't bad. I know it's a weird swatching area, but yeah. I'm going to still hold on to these. I'm going to test them out a little bit more because I haven't really worn them in a while. If I'm not really happy with them, I'm probably going to just go ahead and declutter them. Not really going to be a big deal, I should say. Or I might pass them along to my daughter. I don't know. So, we'll see. Alright, so this last one here, oh, not last one, but this last little palette anyways, is the Glamlite Garfield face palette. This one's the Love of Lasagna palette. Love it. If you remember me earlier saying I absolutely love orange blush. Love the blushes in this. I mean, it's more of a red orange blush, but super pigmented and very beautiful blushes. That's the highlight right there. Love the highlight. But yeah, that's the highlight's like an orange, green, yellow shift. I love it. Absolutely love it. Need to reach for it more. That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of glad that I'm doing this video, to kind of remind myself of everything that I have. Because like I said, I have a unusually large makeup collection for someone that's not an official makeup artist. But this is my Adept Cosmetics palette. It is a depotted palette of mine that has a little bit of everything in here. I was on a depotting spree there for a while. I was trying to downsize my collection. Unfortunately, it was due to an abusive relationship. My ex-husband was not a fan of the fact that I collected makeup, and he wanted me to get rid of my makeup, and I was petty and threw away a lot of my stuff out of, you know, hurt and spite, but I've decided that I'm not going to do that anymore because makeup makes me happy. But I do remember everything that's in here. I know for a fact I'm going to declutter this bad boy here. This is a Franken blush. It's not anything special. It's really just a bunch of stuff mixed together. So I don't really need that. But this section here, oops. These 6 are the Rose All Day it's the Physicians Formula Rose All Day palette. Well, I'll take that back. This blush right here is the Wonder Beauty blush that goes with that one Wonder Beauty bronzer. But then the rest of these, I apologize, go with the Rose All Day palette. You got the 2 highlighters, and then the 2 bronzers, which I will be keeping, and then you have the, sorry, I've got blush, which honestly, after swatching all of these, I don't really like any of them other than the bronzers. I just feel like my blush preferences are so much different now than when I started doing makeup. I might go ahead and keep this blush because I feel like I could easily use this up eventually. So I'm going to keep that one, but I am going to get rid of this blush. And I'm really not a fan of either one of these highlighters. Like, or sorry, there we go. I'm not a big golden person when it comes to highlighters. So to be honest, I'm just going to go ahead and declutter those as well. I need to clean this up, so that's one of the reasons why I'm not putting anything back real quick. This is the Wet n Wild You're Dragging Me Down from the Game of Thrones collection. If you kind of can see, there's a dragon in the print. I've kind of wore it down a little bit, but it's very dark on me, but I've used it so much already that I might as well just continue to use it until it's gone. This is the Alamar Cosmetics. The other Alamar Cosmetic one that I had in that other palette went with these 2. I can't remember the names of each one. I think it was Castaway and Scorchin', I believe. But they are orange blushes. We're definitely keeping that. I don't know if I can get this up or not without breaking my nail. Let's see here. Like I said, my makeup preferences have definitely changed. I'm honestly surprised. I really didn't think I would get rid of anything today, other than a few things I knew of. But I'm kind of proud of myself at the same time. I used to have a bunch of activated water eyeliners and stuff in this, so that's why there's all kinds of color there. But I'm actually really proud of myself because I've come a long way in hoarding things, I should say. My collection, I wouldn't say is more curated, but at the same time, I only want to keep things now that spark me joy in life. So, yeah. And though I'm not extremely over the moon about these specific bronzers or anything, but at the same time, I enjoy them and I'm going to keep them. Definitely enjoy the Alamar Cosmetic blushes. I would like to finish these up though, because they are not magnetic pans. I had to put magnets on the back of them and they are very flimsy. But this next one here, let me clean this up a little bit. This next side, I'm hoping you guys can see this. Okay. This is a Becca Cosmetics Moonstone highlighter. Also not magnetic. I had to glue or stick a magnet on the back. But this is the Moonstone highlighter. Really pretty, natural champagne highlight. I really enjoy this. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this side. Got makeup underneath my nail. And then these are the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I believe it's called the Sugar Glow Kit, if I remember correctly. I think they have names on them. Hold on. Yeah, okay. This one's the Starburst. And this one is Butterscotch. Oh, sorry. Butterscotch. Which I've said I didn't really like golden highlights, but this one is a really pretty one. This one, I believe, is Gumdrop. I knew one of them was Gumdrop because it had like a pink tone to it. It's really pretty. It's like a... I'll do better swatches here in just a second. And then Marshmallow. This one's more of a yellow tone. Really pretty. This is actually really new to my collection. I got it at a TJ Maxx, I believe. I didn't really care for the bulky packaging, so I just put them in my palette. And honestly, they are really, really gorgeous highlights. So, yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about the next 6 products. I know a lot of people are not fans of Jeffree Star. We don't have to talk about it. But I want to say that I know now that supporting a person like Jeffree Star is not a good idea. So throughout my collection, you are going to see things scattered about. I do have a few palettes of Jeffree's. I do have a few I have a majority of liquid lipsticks, which we will get into here soon. But these are one of his highlighter palettes that I depotted because I felt like I'm trying to slowly depot a lot of his things, or just declutter his things in general. Obviously, like I said, we don't have to talk about it, we don't have to bring it up, but I just want to let you guys know that I do no longer support Jeffree Star in this shorter version of it. But again, like I said, I will be hanging on to a few of his things. Like I said, slowly depotting a few things as well, just so I don't have to have the packaging in my collection. So I don't remember the exact names for these. This one is more of like a silver highlight. This one is a purple. I believe this is like lavender ice. This is glacier, I believe. This is canary bling. I remember that one. This was the yellow one. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think I'm going to hang on to every single one of them. That is those 4 right there. Honestly, I'm not a fan of any of those. Not anymore, anyways. Don't get me wrong, they're pretty shades, but they don't swatch very well. I don't know if it's the formula or what. I do enjoy these next 2, though. Well, I don't think I do. Hold on. Again, it just doesn't swatch very well. And it's not even the fact that my fingers are wet, either. It's just they don't swatch. Now, this is Alien Ice. I do like Alien Ice because it's green. It's a green base. And to be honest, it's the only one that blends out pretty, in my opinion. So, with that being said, Alien Ice is going to stay and the rest are going to be decluttered. I'm honestly surprised because if you asked me a few years ago when I bought this palette, when I say a few years ago, it's been maybe six years ago, I'd say. Not any time recently, but I didn't realize the controversy, I guess. So I was a very adamant supporter, and I did not know anything. But now I do, and I apologize if it offends anyone. That's no longer that's like not my intentions. I no longer want to support Jeffree Star, and yeah. But this one, like I said, is the only one that I will probably try to finish up this year, or at least hit pan and then call it finished, done and done. But I do really enjoy these highlighters a lot, so I'm gonna hold on to those. And that is the face palettes. So now I'm going to go on to my lip stuff, like my lipsticks, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab those and I'll be right back. Alright, so if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, a lot of this is probably gonna end up going today. Just because it's a little overwhelming if I'm being completely honest. So what we're gonna do is start with one basket and go on to the next kind of thing. So, this is a black lipstick by Maybelline. I've never tried it, but I'm a black lipstick Why does that look fake? It just looks so oily that it looked fake. It looked plasticky, but it's real. It just looks so weird and plastic-like. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this. I love black lipstick, so I'm not gonna swatch every single thing here, but I don't even know what this is, but I have a lot of hand-me-down lipsticks from my grandmother who has passed. And if I'm being completely honest, I won't be getting rid of any of those. I use them as blushes. This one might be used as a blush because I didn't realize it was that low, but that one is going to go in my blush collection. This is another one by Max Factor. It's a red lipstick. That was also my grandmother's. This one, though, is not going to be used as a blush. It's just going to be set to the side. This is another Maybelline lipstick in the shade Sapphire Siren. It's very purple lipstick. I don't wear this, and honestly, I won't ever probably wear that. I've worn it a few times, but it's not been my go-to. This is a Lime Crime lipstick in Vintage Spice. Never been used, but I want to give it a go one day, so I'll keep that. This is another Max Factor red plummy lipstick. That was my grandmother's. Also another one. A lot of these, like I said, especially the Max Factor ones, are going to stay, but they are going to go in a different part of my room, so... This was the Halloween 2 collection lipstick by Glam Lights. Really cool design. I love it. Really pretty, cool tone. In my opinion, to me, that's cool tone. And then another Max Factor one. This one's more of a plummy, magenta purple looking one. And then I got, this is a liquid catsuit by Wet n Wild. I might go ahead and hang on to that because I actually really like that color. Always have. This is a glossy lip stain. This is the Hello Kitty 50th anniversary glossy lip stain from Wet n Wild in the shade So Dreamy. It is new to my collection. It is a pretty shade, so I'll go ahead and hang on to that as well. I want to also hang on to this one because this is called Cedar Later. It's another liquid catsuit one. It's a really pretty shade there. This is another Max Factor one. This one's more of a coral color. I don't know why I'm showing you guys those, but I thought I'd share. They are vintage. They are not in date. They will not be put on my mouth at all. Just letting you know. But this is the Chic Got It Real catsuit. I'm going to go ahead and keep that one as well. This has been in my collection for a minute. This is the Jouer, I can't even remember the shade name. If I'm being honest, it still smells good, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep that. These next two were clearance items that I got. These are the Superstay Ink Vinyl liquid lipsticks. It's really pretty, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'll keep that one. And this one, that one was the shade Extra. This one's the shade Charged. I really like that too. Let me wipe myself off here a little bit. It definitely stains, that's for sure, like that. It's a pretty color, too. It does its job, that's for sure. Alright, this is the Halloween 2 lip gloss. It's really pretty. It's just a clear blue gloss, but I keep that. This is the MAC Sin lipstick. Really pretty. Still smells good. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. This is the Trick or Treat collection with Glam Light. This is just the gloss. It's an orange gloss. I got that on something down there, but we're good. This was also one of my grandmother's, but to be honest, it's not as sentimental to me, just because it's just a red lipstick and it's Wet n Wild and it's really cheap packaging, so I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This is the MAC, I believe this is Velvet Teddy, yeah. Really pretty, cool toned nude there. Keeping that one. This is the Myth by MAC. Super pretty, cool toned nude as well. Keeping that. This is a e.l.f. liquid lipstick, or not liquid, but lipstick in the shade Drive. I really like that one as well. This was also one of my grandmother's lipsticks, just a CoverGirl lipstick. But she didn't really wear this one very often, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. This is a Makeup Forever Rouge Artist lipstick in the shade Intense. It's a black lipstick. Was one of my very first black lipsticks I've ever gotten, actually. Gonna go ahead and keep that one for now. This is the Scooby-Doo collection with Glam Light, and this is the Retro lipstick. Pretty warm nude there. And then another Scooby-Doo collection one. This is the Jeepers one. This one came broken, so it's a little on the wobbly side, but it's a really pretty color. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. And this is the red one, and this one is the Zoinks one. To be honest, it really reminds me of Sin. Actually, that's almost the exact same shade, but I like both, so I'm going to go keep both. This next one is the Sunny's Face in Milk Tea. It's a, yeah, not bad. I will keep that one as well. Another red lipstick of my grandmother's, but again, just gonna go ahead and pass that one along because it is not really one that she wore that much. I'm gonna take a quick break to clean my hand off, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to put these lipsticks in here for now. Alright, so this next one is the Trick or Treat collection for Glam Light, and it is a pretty nude. I haven't really swatched this one yet. I'm not gonna swatch it right now. Trying to move this along a little bit faster than what I've been doing. This is the NYX Soft Cream Matte. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one as I'm not a big fan of it. This is the Glam Light lip gloss with the Chucky collection. Really pretty. I'm gonna keep that. This is where we're gonna be getting into a lot of Jeffree Star, and I forgot about these as well, so I'm gonna put those there. This is where we're gonna be getting into a lot of the Jeffree Star stuff. And to be honest, if I don't want to keep it, I'm not going to, and I'm not going to beat myself up for it. I know I did pay a lot of money for these things, But at the same time, if they're dried out and they don't spark me joy anymore, I'm just going to go ahead and declutter it. But this is the Designer Blood liquid lipstick. It's still good. So I am going to go ahead and keep this one. This is the shade Weirdo. Honestly, I'm surprised that there's even something still in here. I used to use it so much, but to be honest, I have better black lipsticks, so I'm going to declutter that one. Next one is one of my favorite shades, is Deceased. If I could find another shade like this, that's that cool tone, like purple, I would keep it, or I would get rid of it and get rid of this one and get that one. But until then, I am going to try to use that one up, because it is almost empty anyways. This is the shade Leo. Honestly, it feels like it's dried out, but it's not. It's, right there. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one because it is one of my favorite shades. I actually like this one a lot too. This is Scorpio. It's also similar to Deceased. I really like both of those. So I am going to keep those ones. This one's Mannequin. To be honest, it is actually almost empty, so I like this shade. If I could find this shade in a liquid lipstick, I would buy it. But I am going to go ahead and declutter that because it is almost empty. This is Unicorn Blood. Don't get me wrong, around the time that these all came out, I was extremely hyped to get this one. My friend at the time, one of my best friends at the time, had this shade, and I tried it on. I fell in love with it. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. I don't wear a lot of red liquid lipstick, so to be honest, I might try to get a few more wear out of it and then go ahead and declutter it. This is Androgyny. I didn't even have to look at that. I knew what it was. I'm gonna keep it until I use it. As you can tell, I've used it quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and try to paint it. This is Celebrity Skin. It's dried out. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This one was another one of my favorite ones. This is Dominatrix. It's still good, so I'll go ahead and keep that one. This one's Gemini, another favorite of mine, and it's still good. I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed with the fact that I'm keeping these, but they do still, I got these shades for a reason, because I like these shades. So this one's Christmas Cookie. I like the cool toned nude there. It's pretty. Believe me, if I could find all these shades, which I know I have similar shades in my collection, but I did pay quite a bit of money for all of these, and I'm trying to use them up. So I'm going to make a, this is just a regular gloss. I'm going to go ahead and this one was too, and I'm just going to get rid of those. I'm trying to go through my collection more this year and get rid of things, but like pan things is what I'm getting at. Like actually break down and pan things and use my makeup. So yeah, this is the Glam Light Scream or Ghost Face collection. Really pretty nude there. Keeping that. Let me clean my hand off really quick. If I get these off without ripping my skin off. That's one of the reasons why I like Jeffree Star's liquid lipsticks, because you can see they last. He does, I will say, he does have a good formula, but if I could find the quality and stuff in a different liquid lipstick, which we will get to, my second favorite, or my first favorite liquid lipstick formula, I should say, here in a second. I'm going to go ahead with these. These are the Wet n Wild Rose Collection Comfort Lip Colors. I bought these on clearance. They are very glossy. This is the Taffy Daddy. This one is toffee, or no, pecan glaze. You can see they're like really shiny and stuff. I like it. It's definitely different. The formula is definitely different. And this one is cherry syrup. I really like that one as well. It's like it heats up with your skin and like really pretty. So I'm gonna keep those ones. I wore this one the other day. It's just a clear one. I might go ahead and hold on to that one. I might eventually declutter it if I don't really particularly see myself reaching for it anymore. But I got a lot of clear glosses, and once you only have, you don't really need 30 million clear glosses in your collection, you know. So I'm gonna try to go through that. But anyways, moving on. This is the Ghost Face Glam Light Collection gloss. Really pretty black gloss. Well, it looks black. I don't know if it is or not. Keep these here for now. They don't want to go there, but then the next little collection here is gonna be my Lime Crime ones. These are new to my collection. This is Cindy. It's like an orange-ish color. This is Pumpkin. I'm not gonna swatch all these. It's an orange. Keeping, because like I said, I just got these. This is Wicked. They had a huge sale on Lime Crime. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of Lime Crime either. This is Shroom. And then this is Teddy Bear. I know a lot of people aren't really a fan of Lime Crime either, so I got them on sale. I didn't pay full price, and they are good, but I definitely wouldn't repurchase. So, yeah. And then this is new to my collection as well. These are all brand new. I will be keeping all of them, but I'll run through them really quick. This is Cursed Cosmetics, just so we can get that out of the way. This is Hallows Eve and Legend. These, I hope you can see the colors through the packaging there. This is Grunge and Tombstone. It's like a gray and a green. This is Immortal and She's the Devil, which this is more of like a liquid or a lip gloss. These are all liquid lipsticks except for two of them. This one is also a lip gloss. This is a Vampire's Blood and Ritual, which is their black lipstick, which is pretty good. And then the last three are Cult and Elemental. This one's more of like a yellow. This one's a nude. And then the last one is their purple one, and it's the shade Necromancy. Like I said, I'm not going to open and go into all that right now. But, yeah. And then my next collection, which I'll probably be keeping all of these as well. This is my the NYX Lingerie XXL. This one is in the shade Turn Up, or Turn On, sorry. It's a nude. I really like that shade a lot. I love, love, love the black liquid lipstick. These are my two backups. I've already completely emptied another one. I'm working on this one now, but best black liquid lipstick formula if you ever need it. If you ever want a black liquid lipstick, and this is the one in Naughty Noir, and yeah, best black lipstick in my opinion, black liquid lipstick. This one is in the shade Sizzlin'. It's like a reddish magenta color. And then this next one is Going Destinuda. It's a brown, obviously. They're about the same, almost the same as the packaging. They're off a little bit. This one's Busted. That's the shade name. But, that's one of my favorite shades on that one. This one is Undressed. It's another nude. I know you're probably seeing a lot of similarities, but I want to say that, you know, two Jeffree Star's ones, I'm being honest, like I said, I'm having a hard time getting rid of those because I did pay so much money for them, and I would like to actually use them up if I can. This one is Stripped Down. And then these last three are Stamina, Maxed Out, and Getting Caliente. That's an orange, a pink, and a red. They're all pretty. But like I said, I'm going to keep all of these. Oops. Sorry about that. And then the last of it, which this is probably going to be the most decluttered stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. It's the Luna by Luna lip gloss. I don't really use it. It's the shade Venus. To be honest, I don't really use a lot of lip glosses anymore. This is the Milani Stay Put Liquid Lip in Villain Era. It's their black liquid lip. I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. These ones I can probably go ahead and get rid of. To be honest, I don't really go for these anymore. Well, let me smell them though, because they are kind of old in my collection. No, that one still smells good anyways. This is the KVD. This is Sanctuary, I believe, by KVD. This is Requiem by KVD. That still smells good. This is Witches by KVD. It still smells good. So I guess I'll go ahead and hang on to those until I'm gonna try to finish them up this year too. I know that's a kind of bold claim, but at the same time, like, I think I can do it. I use a lot of liquid lipsticks. This is the Ruby Fire Glow Gloss by Becca. It's a red lip gloss. I don't particularly think I'm going to be reaching for this, especially because it's very pepperminted scented, and I don't like peppermint stuff. I don't like minty stuff. This is separated as hell. I am going to go ahead and toss this one as well. It's also a Becca one. I got that in a BoxyCharm. Alright, this is a Jeffree Star. This is 6 Feet Under, the gloss. I really like this because it's a black gloss with glitter. I know I can probably get that somewhere else, but until I find somewhere else, I'm gonna just keep that. This is the gloss in Control Freak. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to that for now. This is Midnight Lick. Also gonna go ahead and hold on to because it's a black gloss and can't really find those very often. So keep those ones. This is a plumping gloss by e.l.f. I'm going to keep that. It's new to my collection. These are also plumping glosses. Plumping lip lacquers by Milani. They're pretty shades. I'm going to go ahead and keep those. This is lip oil by LA Colors, and to be honest, it's got something floating in it. And I'm going to go ahead and declutter that, because that's freaking disgusting. This is a green lip gloss by, it's the Revolution and Batman collection. It's the Poison Ivy one. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. It's neat. It's interesting. It's new. It's not new, but it's like it's something different, I guess is what I should have said. This is the e.l.f. lip lacquer in Bubbles. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that because it's one of my favorite lip glosses. This is the NYX this is Milky Gloss in the Coquita Shake. Smells super good. It's just like a milky coconut scent. And then this is a liquid lipstick in Superstay Matte Ink with the Maybelline. So I'm going to keep that as well because I like, again, like my matte liquid lips. And then this is Honey, or Black Honey, by Lancome. And I'm definitely going to keep that. So yeah. Did I get rid of what I wanted? Or everything that I wanted? No. But it's okay because yeah. But that's everything with my liquid lipsticks and my lipstick collection. So I'm going to move on to eyeshadows next, and then we will be done. This is a very long video, and I apologize in advance. But yeah, just give me 1 second. Alright, so I got a lot here. This isn't everything, but this is my first little round here. I'm going to start off with, I'm keeping this palette. This is the ABH Norvina Collection Volume 3 palette. It's one of my absolute favorite eyeshadow palettes. I love orange blush, but I also love orange eyeshadow. Orange is probably one of my favorite colors. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this elephant out of the room here. This is the Jawbreaker palette by J Star. This was my very first palette. Such a pretty palette. I really hate to depot it one day, but at the same time, I don't really know if I want to keep it. I'm on the fence with it, to be honest, so it's gonna stay for now, but yeah. This is the Glam Lights Michaela palette. I'm gonna keep this one. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of Michaela, but I enjoy this eyeshadow palette a lot. It's one of my go-tos. I'm gonna go ahead and pick out the part 2 of Michaela's palette. It's got a sequence stuck to it, but I actually like this one a little bit better. The color story anyways, it's a little bit more cohesive, but this is the, yeah. And then this one's newer to my collection. It's the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Sugar and Grunge palette. It was on sale because it was being discontinued. Sorry, I keep showing it this way because I don't have a lot of room to work with over here, so I apologize. But these are really pretty shades. I'm not gonna swatch literally everything for you guys, but we'd be here literally all night. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been spending the whole day filming this video. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Another one I'm gonna keep is the Glam Light Rick and Morty palette. Absolutely love this palette as well. One of my favorite color stories in my collection. Gonna be keeping that bad boy. Gonna Gonna be keeping this one as well. It's the Scooby-Doo Glam Light Collection palette. This is the big palette of theirs. Obviously not really a big fan of the color story. I love the colors, but it's just set up really weird. But I really enjoy it as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. This one pains me. I've never used this palette, but it reminds me so much of my grandmother because she loved Coca-Cola. And it just reminds me of her, the packaging. So it's really hard to get rid of this palette. Me and my grandmother were very close. And though she didn't really wear eyeshadow or anything like that, but she wore like red lipstick, that was it. She never wore anything other than red lipstick. No foundation or anything, but I've swatched this palette. I've used this shade, I think, only, but I don't think I can get rid of this one just yet. So I'm gonna keep that one. This one is newer to my collection. This is the Ace Beauté Ambience palette. I really like this one. It's like grungy tones. I like grungy stuff, so I'm gonna keep that one for now. Well, not for now, but yeah. Another Ace Beauté palette real quick, since we're right here at them. I'll go ahead and grab these. This is the Nostalgia palette. I really like this one as well. I've gotten pan in this one because I like those colors a lot, but I like the color story of this one. So I'm going to keep that one. And then this one's the Ace Beauté Oceanic palette. I believe this is the newer formula. It is raining really hard outside. But I'm going to keep this one. I haven't really got to play with it very much. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. This palette I'm going to be holding on to. It's not really something that I'm going to use, per se, but, my daughter loves Sesame Street. I would actually really like to use these glitters, but for myself. When I do give this to my daughter, I'll be getting rid of the glitter, but she really loves Sesame Street, so we're gonna keep that for her. That glitter is so freaking pretty. That is really pretty. I know a lot of people are not fans of glitter, but I like glitter. Anyways, moving on. I'm actually going to be getting rid of this palette. This is the Nubian 2 palette by Juvia's Place. I don't use it and probably never will. I've swatched it. I've used it a few times, but I really don't gravitate towards it, and there's no need for me to keep on holding on to it if I don't plan on ever using it. So this is the Melt Cosmetics Muerte palette. Super beautiful palette. I love the shades in here, and I'm going to be keeping this one. I went on a absolute treasure hunt for this because I want the La Vida palette, or whatever it's called, the Vita palette, so I could have both of them, but the color story for this one was my absolute favorite of that one, so keeping that one. To be honest, I'm only keeping this palette for the glitters. The eyeshadows absolutely suck. I'm not trying to be mean about that. This is the Paranormal palette by Cursed Cosmetics. I have an affiliate code, by the way, with Cursed Cosmetics. Though this palette is not the greatest, their liquid lipsticks are really good, so I will pop that down in the description as well. But anyways, the eyeshadows, they're pigmented, but they are so patchy on the lid. They're actually really, really patchy. Like, you can even see in the swatches that they come off pigmented, but they're patchy as hell. I think the green is really the only good shade, like actual eyeshadow shade, that is good. The rest, in my opinion, are not the greatest. So I'm keeping this for the glitters at the moment. I might end up just depotting the glitters and putting them in something else for now. but we'll deal with that another day. And the next few here, which I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out real quick. I'm getting rid of this one as well. This is the Revolution, Makeup Revolution Chilled palette. I love this palette. I like the color story a lot, but the quality, unfortunately, just isn't there. I've got so much more eyeshadows that I could be using, and I don't really need to keep something that I'm not reaching for anymore. So, alright. These are some of my Glam Light palettes. Glam Light is probably my favorite eyeshadow brand at the moment. This is the Glam Light and Garfield palette. Really like the color story with this one. Again, I really like orange eyeshadows, and it being majority of like oranges and reds is really pretty to me. And then this is new to my collection. I literally just got it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's the Fresh Prince palette. Really enjoy the color story of this one as well. I just really love pinks, oranges. It's really late and I'm exhausted. Pinks, purples, greens, and blues together like that. So I'm keeping that one. I probably won't be decluttering any Glam Light palettes, but I'm just letting you know. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes palette. Ooh. I haven't used this one that much, but I do enjoy the colors of that one. I love me some blue eyeshadow. I will not lie about that. Blue and orange eyeshadows are my favorites. This is the Halloween 2 palette. I also got this one the same time I got the Fresh Prince Bel Air one. Really like this one. This is new to their line anyways. It's the Halloween 2 line. Just used this palette once, but it's really nice. I like it. Like the holographic stuff on the front. It's really pretty. And then this is the Friday the 13th palette by Glam Light. Some more grungy tones. I really like this one a lot. I am a big fan of Friday the 13th, if you didn't know. It is my favorite horror movie series. I also have some mirrors here. I've got Jason, Ghostface, and then Sam's Lollipop from Trick or Treat. Those are also from Glam Light, so I thought those were pretty cool. I'm a big fan of Ghostface as well, so this is the Ghostface Lives palette. This was their first Ghostface release. I really like these tones. Very cool toned palette. I really enjoy the color story of this one. And this was the Ghostface Returns palette, and I really like the color story of this one as well. Haven't really got to play with this one very much because it is new to my collection as well, so I'm going to be holding on to that one. And then these are the Chucky palettes. This is the, I don't remember the name of this one. I think it's just Chucky. Oh, Crazy in Love palette. Sorry, I didn't do the whole thing there. This is it's like a cool toned color story, and I really like that one as well. And then this is the last one. It's the Good Guys palette. It is also new to my collection, so I haven't really gotten to play with it either. Other than swatching a few swatches. I used this shade the other day. It was really pretty. Yeah. Really like the packaging of these palettes a lot. And then I'm going to be moving on to my next drawer here, which is my last. Well, hold on. I'm going to say real quick, I am going to be decluttering this one as well. There's nothing wrong with Juvia's Place eyeshadows. It's just, they don't really seem to be the best quality, in my opinion. Like, that's a swatch right there. She's pretty, don't get me wrong. But it's not really, I don't really like neutral eyeshadows. You're not going to see that very often in my collection. I'm not a very neutral person. I like color. Really quick, I forgot that I had these over here really quick. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Velvet Lace-On or whatever. I received this broken, but I still keep it, obviously. It's not gonna do anything. But it's really cool toned. Kind of some warmth there, but really pretty palette, so I'm going to keep that one as well. This is the HBT Vintage Dawn palette. This is one of my older palettes of HBT. I think I am going to go ahead and pass this one along. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. It no longer brings me joy to look at. I have other things in my collection that are better. I literally have these same shades in this palette, and I prefer this palette over that. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that as well. This is one of my actual favorite palettes. This is the Icy palette. It's the Blue Raspberry Icy palette by Glamlight, and that's definitely staying. This is another Glamlight palette that is very funky and weird, but at the same time it is one of my favorite palettes in my collection, even though I've not really used it very much. I just think it's funny, and so I'm keeping it. So yeah, those are staying. And then these next ones are the two Scooby-Doo, the smaller Scooby-Doo tin pan palettes. This is the Rutro Raggy and the Crepes and Crawls palette. This one I've actually hit pan in. I'm actually going to be working on trying to hit more pan in the shadows here, because these are such a great formula. I love Glamlight shadows, especially their shimmer shadows. Their mattes are always really good too, but gonna hold on to those. This next palette is a depotted palette. If I'm being completely honest, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter all of these. I don't reach for any of them. There's no need for me to hold on to them. They're chalky. I didn't mean to do that. I will say I'm going to keep the palette, just in case I ever need it for anything. But the pinks and purples here, like mostly pinks and oranges here, are the Scarlet Dusk palette, I believe, from Ace Beauté. The blue and green shades are from Makeup and Murder's Burner Phone palette, and then these 10 here are 8 or 10 there. Oh no, this one goes with that one. Are the Violet Voss Essentials. If I was to keep any of these, it would be the Violet Voss Essentials ones. Not gonna lie, I kind of like that shade. I might keep the black and this shade actually, because the black was really good in this palette. Well, maybe. No, the black is really good actually. Alright, so I'm going to keep the black and I'm not a gold person, to be honest. Yeah, the rest of these are going to go. So I'm going to go ahead, put those to the side for now. Yeah, I'm going to declutter that. Set it here for now. I've got another palette here that's a depotted. This is a Menagerie Cosmetics Z palette with some shadows in it that I really like. These are Menagerie Cosmetics. I don't remember the shade names for these, but they are very, very, very pretty. I believe this one was called Cobra, but I don't remember what the names of the other ones were. those are staying. And then this was the Boxy Charm palette. This is also the Burner Phone palette from Makeup and Murder. I'm going to keep that shade because I don't think I have anything like that in my collection that I know of. Gonna declutter. I'll pop this in here actually for now. I'm gonna declutter this one. Gonna keep these three, like I said. Gonna declutter that. This is a glitter. So I'm gonna keep that. And to be honest, that's not really. It's almost similar to this one, but like they are very different. I like this one a lot better. So my hand is disgusting. Oh. Alright. Sorry. I had to step away for a second. These are being decluttered. So I'm gonna pop those over to the side. And then this is the Creature Cosmetics Shark Attack palette. Honestly, I want to be 100% honest and say that this is not the greatest quality. The packaging is kind of crappy in my opinion. But I do have blue shades in my collection that are better. The reds are nice-ish, but I am going to go ahead and keep it. I'm friends with the creator. Well, I want to say friends, but she don't really know I exist. We're friends on Facebook, but she doesn't talk to me or anything, so. But I like sharks and stuff, and this is like a Jaws theme type of palette, so I'm gonna keep it. Next two palettes are Jeffree Star. The Mini Controversy, the original Mini Controversy before they updated it, and the Mini Breaker palettes. As surprised as I am actually going to go ahead and declutter them. And I believe same with this palette. So yeah. And these next two are also Jeffree Star palettes, but they have been depotted. This is the Alien palette. It pains me to want to do this, but I believe I am going to declutter. I believe I'm going to declutter this palette as well. I say it pains me because this was one of my very first Jeffree Star palettes. I really enjoyed this palette. I have the original packaging still, just the mirror part. But I believe I'm going to keep this cool gray shade. It's called Tall Gray, I believe. And this shade that has pan in it. But the rest of the shades I'm going to declutter. So I'm going to pop that one out for now. And this one out. Because I don't have any cool grays like that. Yeah. Pop that on there. Alright, this is going to be decluttered. Just honestly, I am extremely surprised, to be honest. I thought I wouldn't declutter this palette, especially because of just the sentimental value to me. I am going to keep this black shadow after I dump all the remnants off of it, because I accidentally dug my fingernail into it. Because it is a really good black eyeshadow. Like, it's a pigmented black eyeshadow that is super, super pigmented, and I use a lot of black eyeshadow, so I'm going to need that. I am going to keep the palette, though. I just going to, here in a minute, take all that out. This is the Controversy palette. If I'm being completely honest, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this palette as well. I'm really not sure. I might keep a few shades as well. Hold on. I'm gonna keep this neon yellow shade. I really actually like that a lot. And this interesting shimmer shade. This one is the Sleep Paralysis shade, so I'm going to keep that. I've got enough orange eyeshadows, I don't really need to keep that. Alright, those are going to be decluttered. I'm going to pop these into this palette for now. If they'll fit. The black won't, but that's okay. I'll put it in something else here in a second. I've got black eyeshadow literally all over me. Alright, that's gonna stay, but I'll put it over there for, like I said. Alright, next are some depotted shadows as well. I'm not even gonna tell you everything here. But there are quite a bit that's going to be also decluttered. So, I know I'm going to keep this shadow. It is the Pisces by ColourPop. And everything else is gonna go. With this one, I don't have a lot of yellow eyeshadow, so I'm gonna keep the yellow one. Don't need any oranges, don't need any pinks. I liked these shimmers a lot, so I'm gonna keep I can't remember if I liked this one or oh, digging my nails in it. I'm actually gonna get rid of those as well. This is the Hump Honey palette right here by ColourPop. I said I didn't have a lot of yellow shadows. but I forgot that I had all of these actually. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the Honey palette ones, and I'll put them in a different palette. I'm going to be keeping this palette. I'm going to declutter that shade. I don't really care for that. Not really care about that either. These little magnets are so hard to pick up with your finger now. I'm having to use this eyebrow thing to even pick it up. Gonna go ahead and pop these in really quick. That's gonna stay. These will be decluttered as well. This one's gonna stay. Alright. Almost done. We are literally on the home stretch here. I apologize about this video being so extremely long. But this is the Trick or Treat tin pan palette. This is new to my collection. As you can see, I don't even think I've swatched this palette, so I'm gonna keep that. This is another depotted palette. This is the Juvia's Place Tribe palette. If I'm being completely honest, I'm only going to be keeping probably this shade and that shade. Everything else is going to go. So I'm going to put these to the side for a second. That's not anything. Alright, these are also going to be decluttered. That's the declutter palette right there. I'm going to keep the palettes, but declutter what's inside. And then this is the Game Beauty Fantasy palette. I think this is a super cute little palette. Yeah, it's just super cute. I'm just going to keep it. This is an old palette of mine. This is a Tarte. Still smells good. This is the Be You Naturally or whatever palette. I don't reach for this no more. I used to be like literally my go-to palette, but that was before I changed my makeup routine, so that's going to be decluttered. This is the NYX Ultimate Edit palette. I've never even used this, so I'm just going to go ahead pass that along. These are the ABH Norvina palettes, Volume 3 and Volume 2, or no, Volume 1, sorry. I'm going to be keeping these. I really enjoy the color stories of these. I think they're really good quality palettes. These are my Natasha Denona palettes. I don't have very many of these ones, but I'm going to keep the Mini Love palette, Mini Crush palette, I apologize. This is the Cupid palette. I'm going to keep that one. This is the Jubilee palette, which I got in a BoxyCharm. I'm going to keep that one. And then this is the Peak palette, and I'm going to go ahead and keep that one as well. This is the Maven Cosmic Drip palette. I'm going to go ahead and keep these because these are multi-chromes. I really enjoy those. These are glitter palettes, and I'm going to go ahead and... not sure. Hold on one second. This one looks weird. It's kind of separating really weirdly, but to be honest, it's still performing really well. That's really, really, really pretty glitter. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. Again, like I said, I know a lot of people aren't glitter people, but I like glitter. My wipes are going everywhere. These are my Lime Crime palettes. This is the Venus palette. I'm gonna hang on to these. This is the Venus 3 palette, or well, I'll do Venus 2 palette first. This is the Venus 3 palette. And then this is the Prelude palette. Enjoy those. I want to keep them. And then, guys, this is it. This is the last 2 palettes and the last bit of the video. So, these are the Glam Light Nightmare on Elm Street palettes. This is the green one. And then this is the red one. And with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm going to clean everything up really quick, put everything in a bin that I'm decluttering, and then have a sigh of relief that I got through it and actually did something instead of just show you all my makeup. I actually decluttered a bunch of stuff today, and I'm actually surprised by it, but I'm honestly happy. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I appreciate if you could like it, subscribe, and share with your friends if your friends are into this kind of thing. And, yeah. Till next time.